Hello, and welcome back to another episode here on my Let's Play world. I am Snazzy Monkey, and today we are going to be starting off some work on the base. The plan for this episode is to do the chicken farm like we didn't do in last episode. Not only that, though, I would like to get a little work done on the actual island within itself. I wanted to remove this top part here. Make this area a little bit more flat, for reasons. Not anything too specific. Maybe. Alright, so we got this area looking a little bit more smoother. I went through and filled in a couple of holes and stuff, and also took down like a little bit here and there. We want to be able to make a pathway through each individual house, and you'll see why as we go on through. I also want to mention that I did make a pathway over here. It's looking very nice indeed. It's got some structure to it, I guess, and it incorporates a lot of the jungle wood that has a green texture to it, which is very nice and very it kind of looks weathered, I think, is like the best part about it. And I also built a little area over here. I was running out of spots to put things, so I have my enchanting table inside here. I have a brewing station inside here. All stuff that I found. Well, I found the brewing station at a village, believe it or not, and I don't have any blaze powder. Whoops! That's gonna come back to bite me later on, I'm sure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see here, this is the chicken farm that I have designed myself. It's going to be the one that I'm going to use in my Let's Play world. It works pretty simply. As you can see, the baby chickens are cooped up here. Anyway, the chickens are going to be over here, and they're going to be laying eggs. We can just get as many as we want over here, and we can have a little something like this to be able to put more chickens inside there. And we can even set up like maybe even like a dispenser chickenator thing inside there. But as you can see what's going on here, every time the chicken lays an egg, both of these dispensers fire. This one dispenses on a rapid tick pulse, like a clock. Whereas this one only detects when the piston moves. That way it doesn't just leave the lava out forever. So it just gives it a quick spurt of lava, and then it takes it back like pretty instantly. That way any chicken that's in there will die, drop its cooked bits, and we will get all the cooked chicken, and we don't have to farm anymore, and we'll be able to eat for days. It'll be so great. Back on the world now, I'm starting to realize we're gonna need more than 7 glass. So I'm going to go, wow, what a lag spike. I'm going to go find some more sand, and I will be right back. Alright, so this is going to be where we have the build. I'm going to just kind of crack along with it, and I will see you guys when it's done. And we're done. Well, almost done. The redstone within itself has been complete. We have the 3 observers. We have the redstone line going to the lava bucket. We have the redstone line going to the chicken eggs. We're just missing one thing. Chickens. So I have to go on to a little adventure to go try to find some chickens and some carpet, because apparently I don't have any wool. So we're gonna have to go venture off into the direction behind me, and hopefully we won't die. I have shiny armor for a reason. Oh my god. So I'm in the snowy biome, and I completely forgot that these mobs were a thing as well. These are called strays, and they have potions of slowness arrows, and they're absolutely mean, and they're everywhere, so we're going to try to avoid them. And I'm just going to continue searching for sheep and chickens, and hopefully get some eggs. And once I get some eggs, we'll be golden. So let me go take care of this real quick, and I will be right back. So a little bit more time has passed, and I have yet to find any kind of sign of a sheep or a chicken or anything like that. I've only found these bunnies, but I have found an igloo, which I can sleep in. It resets my spawn, but that's okay because we're just going to break the bed and take it with us. But that's alright though. Now we just don't need a sheep because we have this wool here, which is so nice. And there also does appear to be an area where you can get some villagers down here, which also not complaining. So let's go take a look down here. And come to find out, exactly what I thought. One villager and one zombie villager. So let's break this bad boy here. Let's break this bad boy here. And let's see. So there's a splash potion of weakness in here, which is nice. And then there should be a golden apple in here, which is also nice. And then you just take a step back and throw it. And then you do that. And I guess now I'll just wait here until he turns. And then once he turns, we will gather up resources and make sure that he doesn't despawn. And then we'll eventually get these villagers back to my base, which means we only need one more to have a villager breeder. So, I mean, how about that? How about that? We gonna get a villager breeder pretty soon in this series as well. So that's not a bad gig right there. And just like that, now we have 2 villagers ripe for the taking here, and it's going to be absolutely great. We're going to be able to make villager trading systems and all kinds of other fun builds. Like, oh, iron farms. That's another thing we can make. That's going to be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I found a bee. I just have no idea where his hive is. This is going to be so amazing if we can get a honey farm as well. There it is. Oh my gosh. Now I do want to get silk touch though, so that I don't just aggro the bees. I want to have the bees in the hive. So let me go get the chickens. We'll come back when we have some silk touch. We have to remember this chords. Whoa. If that's not one of the coolest places to build something. Anyway, I have 4 chickens. I don't know how I'm going to bring them back, the couple thousand blocks that I've walked, but I will do it slowly and painfully. For you guys, it'll just be a little cut, and then we'll be back. For me, it'll be hours. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can see 2 eggs in my hand. We lost every single chicken because of creepers. So, now I'm heading back to my island in hopes that these 2 eggs will yield at least 1 chicken. But if they don't, we'll have to do some chicken gathering off camera because I do not have time for this. Oh my lord. I just threw both eggs and nothing yielded from that. So, ladies and gentlemen, anyway, this is going to be the chicken setup area. We're going to be able to get fresh eggs to replenish this, and eventually we'll have to destroy this, or we won't need it anymore. But as far as this system here, this is where it's pretty much going to be staying. We're going to be building a pretty nifty thing around it. But as far as this area goes around here, we are going to be building a medieval village kind of style. It just seems very fitting for what we kind of started with anyway. But it's just going to kind of wrap around. There's going to be so much to see, so much to do in this area. And there's going to be a massive kingdom, or a castle, sorry, probably on top of this hill over here. And I do want to get done at least 1 build in today's episode. So we're going to have to gather up some resources and work out a design real quick. So give me 1 second and maybe I can come up with something on the testing world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I've been working for a couple of hours on this, and hopefully you guys like it. We're going to play around with the design a little bit more, but I think we've kind of got the general feel for at least the first kind of house. Are you ready? Boom. Now, obviously with the variations and stuff like that, you know, we're going to do a little bit more varying, maybe up there, add a little bit more of color texturization. And I also did not variegate the back over here at all yet. I'm just kind of focused on the front, really, on the creative testing world side of things. And there's also no interior currently right now. That's also something we're just going to kind of work on in a little bit. But I wanted to show you guys at least the general design for the outside of it. It's got the stairways coming up to it, which is very nice, very lovely. We got some windows, and they didn't really have a lot of panes back in the day, but obviously, like, we're going to put some panes in here and there in different builds. But this one specifically, I'm using fence posts for the windows, like, I guess, the glass for the windows. Instead of using glass, we're going to use fence post. I'm not too keen on this whole thing right here, but we'll see about that. I kind of like that design a little bit better, but with the variation of the roof and stuff like that, I think it's just a really kind of nice build. It brings a lot of the, like, everything together. So I think all that's left to do now is to find a spot to build this on the world, and we're just going to add to the village slowly but surely. So give me 1 second. I guess I should start resource gathering. I've never noticed that before. Let's take a quick second to check this thing out. Why don't we? Let's see here. Oh, there's a guy. Well, we can show off our amazing skills under the water. It's never anything cool. But there's a sea lantern. It's finally nighttime, and my sword is next to nothing. This thing is pretty much perished at this point. But I do want to grab some of these boys here, because I want their bones to help me make more wood. So let's... Oh. Boom. We're professionals. I'll just do this for a little bit, get some bones, and I'll see you guys in a second. I'm literally beating them with a nub of a sword. Oh, now I'm just beating them with my hand. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, bet. As I'm sailing off into the distance and leaving this wretched place behind me, going back to the safety of my own home, I got 42 logs. I lost my sword. I'm about to lose my axe. And I also got this boy's head here. It's kind of actually terrifying. Let me take it off and just go back to my monkey face. Oh my gosh. But we're gonna go get some cobblestone, and I also need to go get some terracotta, which is not too far away from me. So let me go gather up those resources, and then maybe we can get started on this house. Just straight up build it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here's what we got so far. We have 3 stacks and a bit of logs, and then we have about almost 3 stacks of terracotta here, which we can turn into white terracotta, but I might just leave it as normal terracotta and see what that looks like. So all that's left to do now is to get the cobblestone from what we already have, and that should be it for, like, at least the start part of it. Oh, so yeah, let's get cracking on this foundation. And as the sun sets on a very beautiful day, I have constructed the mere skeleton of what this thing's going to look like, and boy howdy, this is a lot bigger than I first thought it was going to be. So this is going to be quite the freaking project, let me tell you something. So I do want to variegate the cobblestone a little bit, like I have done with the floors here. The floors on the inside have been variegated very nicely. I have to variegate the walls. I think I'm going to save variegation for another episode though, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the walls and the roof, and hopefully by then we should have more of an idea of how we want to variegate it, because I don't want to do exactly what I showed you guys. I want to have a little bit of a variation to it and everything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and complete this build here unvariated, and then we'll see from there what to do. Is it just me, or is that like the weirdest tree formation ever? It's like there's no leaves at all. It's just strange. That's all I have to say about that. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the outer shell of this build. It is looking quite mega compared to the stuff that we've built. Granted, this is still a small build compared to the castle that we're going to be making, but I do have like little scaffolds inside here and stuff like that, and ways to get up and around, and this is not safe at all. I ran out of wood or dirt to complete the scaffold and stuff, but we're going to be working on the inside, we're going to be working on the outside, we're going to be variegating a bunch of stuff, but you know, I am completely exhausted just from doing that within itself. The resources and everything like that it took to actually gather up everything, it's just woo. So yeah, let's just do a little bit of variegation down at the bottom here. I feel like that would be kind of fun. And yeah, I'll be right back. And boom, the variegation is done. And we got some stairs, some half slabs, a bunch of different gray colors in there. Now it does look a little kind of out of place with the pristineness of the palettes above, but you know, as we go through this build, we're obviously going to go and variegate everything a little bit more, make it just a little bit more kind of weathered, because every single build back in the day was just a little bit more weathered anyway. So yep, we're gonna be a little bit more weathered over here in a little bit, but that is about all I have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you enjoyed. Let me take off my armor real quick before. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, I thank you so very much for watching. It's just means the world to me that I can actually sit down in my little room and post videos and people actually watch it and stuff like that, and actually like and subscribe too, surprisingly, which is just so great. It means the world to me that you guys like what I do, you like the content that's being put out and stuff like that, because these videos take quite a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you like and subscribe and tune in for the very next episode when we'll do a little bit more work on this world. Also, Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis the season. Ho, ho.
1, 2, 3, funk it.